Victor has not asked me for money, but I have sent him $75 here, $75 there. Altogether, I have spent about $5,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure your Nigerian boyfriend isn't scamming you. Also, is this girl stupid or just dumb? Because listen to this.
Victor has not asked me for money.
I haven't sent him any money, and then you say this.
Altogether, I have spent about $5,000.
I think $5,000 is a little bit of money, maybe just a little bit. Unless this girl really can't count, in which case there's bigger problems than the fake Nigerian boyfriend she has. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video after getting kidnapped by Dr. Phil yesterday. Don't worry, yes, I am fine. He just wanted to hang out, play some Fortnite, and talk to me about my life. Dr. Phil, if you're watching this, thank you, man. I appreciated it, and you actually gave a really good foot massage, so big shout out to you. I kind of think Dr. Phil has a foot fetish now. He was really into the massage. But on a real note, guys, today we're going to be talking about another Dr. Phil episode, and I know, I've been doing a lot of Dr. Phil, but it's not my fault that they're banging, okay? Stop watching them if you don't want them to do so well. Please keep watching. This is all I have left. Basically, this 64-year-old woman apparently has a 30-year-old Nigerian husband that she's sending lots of money that they're gonna send over to the US and get married. Which is basically just the most classic internet scam of all time. Like, this lady basically got an email saying, "Hello, I am a Nigerian prince. Please send me money." And instead of going, haha, nice try, and sending it to the trash can, I actually went with it. And it's just a good meme and a half, so I figured we would watch it and make fun of it together. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I started talking to Victor on Facebook. Victor was living with scammers in Malaysia, but he did not want to live that life. He wanted to leave, so I paid $800 for the ticket.
So let me get this straight. Your boyfriend was living with scammers in Nigeria and hit you up on Facebook, and none of the red flags in your head that should go, "This guy is a scammer, this guy is a scammer," started to go off? You really decided that he was definitely in love with you even after he admitted he moved to another country halfway around the world to scam old women like you? I'm sorry, you kind of deserve it if you're that stupid.
I love him a lot. I love him more than I've ever loved anybody else. Victor and I have a lot in common.
Oh, you can just feel the chemistry, you know? Something about a Nigerian scammer 30 years younger than me sure is impressive. Are none of her family members like, "Hey, Grandma, you might want to chill out a little bit. Get back in the kitchen and keep making cookies. The Great Depression is over." I mean, honestly, her family is chill with this? Some Nigerian guy 30 years younger than her slid into her DMs and everyone was like, "Yeah, it seems legit. Grandma's dope, bro. This makes perfect sense."
He cooks and I cook.
Baby, don't worry, I'm gonna cook for you special meal for my baby. Yeah.
The thing you have most in common is cooking, and the best picture you have is him holding noodles. Like, yes, I am quite the chef here in Nigeria. I boiled water and put in noodles. That's what you're gonna claim? The only other food they show is whatever's in this bowl, and it looks like cream of banana soup, which does not look appetizing at all. If the only thing you have in common is cooking, and he's out here making the bare necessities like a college kid living off of ramen, I wouldn't necessarily call that something in common. Yeah, another thing we have in common, Dr. Phil, we both like to drink water, you know, and sometimes we breathe too. It's really wild. You really gotta love it though.
He is a musician and I am a singer.
Is this dude playing the Rock Band expansion pack? He looked like he was just banging on the drums in a random order because he needed the video to cover for the fact that he lied about playing the drums. Hey, who am I kidding? This is obviously true love, okay? Maybe I'm just a little bit of a cynic.
Okay, he calls you his fat fish. And that's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay,
I'm fat.
Yes, the girl that I love more than anything in the world. I must develop a pet name for you. What shall I call the love of my life? I know, obese orangutan. I could never call a girl I was dating fat fish. I just feel like that's how to get dumped 101. But she's cool with it. Everyone in the audience is laughing. Look at her face. I don't know what everyone's so pressed about. I love being called fat fish. I mean, dang, she really is in love with Nigerian prince over here. He can even call her a fat fish and she doesn't care. He's getting away with bloody murder. Next thing you know, he's gonna start calling her, I don't know, diabetic Deborah. Not like she'll stop him anyways, YOLO.
You've watched that at home, sitting in your chair on the
Yes.
couch, shaking your head, yelling at the screen, "Woman, wake up," right?
Yes.
What do you say to yourself when you're watching that?
I hope I'm not that naive.
Ooh, yeah, problem is you kind of are. Hate to break it to you, as Dr. Phil has said, you can sit there and make fun of everyone else getting scammed on Dr. Phil, but it's happening to you too. Better luck next time. Does this lady think she's the only person that actually found true love in Nigeria? Like when she's watching every other episode of Dr. Phil where somebody gets scammed? Ugh, idiots. That would never happen to me. My Nigerian boyfriend calls me fatfish. Like, how does this even happen in an instance where you don't think that you're being scammed? If some girl slid into my DMs from Nigeria, I'd be like, all right, listen, this is clearly a prank, right?
Well, Josie's Nigerian boyfriend, Victor, says he wants to prove to the world that not all Nigerians are con artists, and his love for Josie is sincere. So we sent our Nigerian journalist, Ben, to pay Victor a visit, and our camera crew was right behind him.
I love how this is a common enough problem that he actually has a camera crew ready in Nigeria. Like, there's enough dumb old people on Dr. Phil getting scammed by Nigerians that he just has a camera crew at the ready. Yes, I'm listening to your problem. Oh, Nigerian guy? Yeah, no problem. We get this all the time. We actually have a team at the ready because this happens so much. And the lady still thinks it's legit.
Victor is joining us via FaceTime in Nigeria right now. How are you doing today, Victor?
I'm doing okay, sir. I'm fine.
We're just kind of interested in getting to know you a little bit. And you had indicated when we talked to you earlier that you would be an open book and just talk to us about anything we wanted to talk about, correct?
Yes, it's correct, sir.
I mean, this guy's gonna be the most famous guy in his village. He's gonna walk into the Nigerian town folk. Oh, dude, how was Dr. Phil? Oh, man, it was nuts. You should have seen his bald head. It radiated sunlight like a solar panel, dude. It was the most reflective thing I've ever seen. Those Americans sure know how to polish their chrome domes, all right? Whoa, that's wild, dude. I mean, realistically, is there anyone more famous than this guy in Nigeria? Because I really don't think so.
My attitude is if it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it sounds like a duck, it's looking for a green card.
I mean, I guess, Dr. Phil. Is this guy at the park every time a duck walks by? I know you lazy ducks just want a green card. There's some old lady throwing the ducks Wonder Bread. He starts berating her about how she's enabling them. Is he gonna ask to build a wall around the pond? Donald Trump's next speech is gonna be like, due to the encouragement of Dr. Phil McGraw, we are going to be banning all ducks from entering the country. I personally have never heard the saying, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it wants a green card. But I mean, I guess there's something new, okay? Things have to progress. Just not really sure what any of this has to do with Nigerian scammers.
I would like for Ben to take his phone and look at his WhatsApp and see how many women he's got on there.
As a wise man, YBN Namir once said, never give a girl your phone, that's a no-no. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are about to witness is the one and only Dr. Phil exposing a catfish live on television special.
There's one. The first one here is Josephine.
Right.
The last message was 6:58 p.m. local time.
Looks like good old Honeyfingers here was dipping into two pots at the same time. Really thought he was gonna get away with it if it wasn't for the crack reporting of Dr. Phil's elite Nigerian special ops team. They're basically the SEAL Team 6 of catfish exposing. They fly in, make everything happen, and fly back out. Basically a team of elite ninjas with the special purpose of basically guaranteeing that your grandma will never be catfished again. For the low payment of free $99 and exploiting your grandma on television, they can help her too.
Dr. Phil, can I ask him a question?
Sure.
I don't believe a word you say.
I didn't know the lady screaming chocolate and SpongeBob was still doing television appearances. I also don't think she knows what a question is. Hey, yo, Dr. Phil, can I ask him a question? Yeah, go for it, Dolores. I don't believe you. All right, Dolores, that's not a question. You should have learned this, all right? I know you went to school 100 years ago, sat behind Jesus in the 3rd grade, but a question is supposed to be something they can answer.
That's not a question.
Okay, whatever.
Well, Victor, I think you're changing your story from what you told us before, and I don't think you're being forthcoming, and I'm sorry that you're not. And
the poor fat fish. This little tomato just had her heart ripped out on national television. I know she seems sad now, but in reality, Dr. Phil just did the right thing, trying to convince her to not let herself be catfished anymore. It's really not that bad of an issue. But, yeah, on that note, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. I think that's enough making fun of catfishes for one day. I'm sure I'll do it again soon. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the video. Thank you so much for all the support. We're almost at 800K, which is 800,000 more than most people. So big thank you for that. More importantly, we passed Benji, so crab party. And yeah, follow me on Instagram at Scrubby_YT if you don't already. Twitter at ScrubbyVivo, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys have an absolutely incredible incredible day, and I hope your grandma never gets catfished. And if she does, remember that Dr. Phil has a crack team of Nigerian reporters at the ready to help you along the way. My name is Scrubby. Hope you guys have an absolutely incredible day. Don't get anyone pregnant, and if you do, remember, make sure they're attractive. If you've made it this far in the video, comment Pepsi.